All right, Shalom. Let's start off first by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and greetings and salutations to you brothers that do this work in sincerity and in truth. All right, we got a quick video here, and basically it's just talking about this whole Brexit thing, with the EU and what they believe it means, uh, because in general they understand that their society is going down as being part of the EU, as well as they know the prophecy spoken against the EU and NATO, and represented as the beast within the scriptures, you know. But when you listen to this video, you'll see how nothing. They're not planning to change the the unions between each other. Just the overall price. They're trying to get away from that price tag, trying to get away from the crowded obligations that come along with being a part of the EU. So we're gonna watch this guy's Nigel, what's his name? Nigel Farage speech about Brexit. Just try to get it to go. Play it. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, because the so-called white man, his society, Esau in the Bible, his society in all the countries he rules is going down, and they're trying to figure out another way to have an emergence or rebirth again to bring this place back. Like Donald Trump over here is talking about trying to make America great again. But you can't make this place great again. This place is finished. It's through.
The sun has risen on an independent United Kingdom. And just look at it. Even the weather's improved. It's been a hell of a long journey this. I first got involved in Eurosceptic politics 25 years ago. And the first election I contested, I managed to beat the late, great Screaming Lord Sutch by 164 votes. So I didn't come last. And now there are 17 million people that voted for Brexit. It's a victory for ordinary people, decent people. It's a victory against the big merchant banks, against the big businesses, and against big politics. And I'm proud of everybody that had the courage, in the face of all the threats, everything they were told, they had the guts to stand up and do the right thing. The election was won, in my view, in the Midlands of the North, and I think it was the old Labour vote that came to us, and we, particularly as a party, campaigned as hard as we could in those areas. There is still a massive disconnect between Westminster, SW1 and real communities, and the one image I will remember throughout the rest of my life was a woman in Bolton grabbing my hands with tears in her eyes, saying, "Why doesn't David Cameron, why doesn't the government come and see what they've done to my community, what they've done to the prospects for my kids?" People here don't understand. They're too wealthy. They don't get what open door mass immigration as a result of EU membership has done to people's wages, to people's availability of getting GP appointments or their kids into local schools. This was the issue ultimately that won this election. So I'm thrilled.
The working class, so-called Edomite European, they're tired of struggling because their economy is crashing. But it's prophecy and the mistakes that they've made, with their money. They're investing in America.
And similarly in Denmark, a majority there are in favour of leaving, so we could be quite close to Brexit. And I'm told the same may apply to Sweden and perhaps Austria and perhaps even Italy too. The EU's failing, the EU's dying. I hope we've knocked the first brick out of the wall. I hope this is the first step towards a Europe of sovereign nation states, trading together, neighbours together, friends together, but without flags, anthems, or useless old unelected presidents. So what happens now? What happens next? Well, 17 million people have said we must leave the European Union.
Build it back up.
A Brexit government. A government that gets on with the job. A government that begins the renegotiation of our trade relationship. A government that will be mindful that already many of the German car manufacturing unions have said, let's get on and do a deal. Let's go on buying, selling motor cars and wine and cheese with each other. But a government also that at the same time uses the opportunity of Brexit. And the opportunity is we're now freed to start making our own trade deals and associations with the rest of the world. We've left behind, with this result, we've left behind a failing political union. We've given ourselves the chance to rejoin the world in a 21st century global economy. So we need, as I say, a Brexit government. We need the negotiations to start as soon as humanly possible. We need to start thinking globally about our future. And the other thing I think that needs to happen is that June the 23rd needs to become a national bank holiday, and we will call it Independence Day.
It's the pride of these so-called white people, man. Pride of them. I mean, that just goes to show you right there that they really believe that the society is going to turn around. They really believe that they're going to be able to make a comeback in this society, in this world. You know, that how dare you? Don't you realize the men of the Lord are prophesying against you in this day and age? You know, we're prophesying against you in this day and age, and bringing down the strongholds of what you consider to be this major society. What you thought you just exited from, that whole EU thing, it doesn't matter, because the people that you're connected to are still about to crumble. So you thinking that you and the Germans and all of that is going to come back and do great deals and do great things for economics in your countries and in Europe, and have a strong currency again? That ain't happening. Pursuant to 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, you know, this is the end. What'll be the part in the asunder of times? You know, how will we know that this is the end of this world? You know, of the so-called white man's world, Esau in the Bible. And skipping ahead to verse 9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, because we took the hold of Esau's heel. So as he's trying to exit out, you don't realize the men of the Lord are prophesying. So you're not going to make a resurgence. China's not going to come in and take over. None of that. Russia's not going to become the new superpower on the earth. It's coming back to the children of Israel through the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. That's the difference that you guys don't understand. You think, the pride of you so-called white people think that you could come back and be on top again. They're saying the same thing, or the same idea that Donald Trump is talking about. You know, they want to make the EU and Great Britain great again. They want to make America great again. Well, it ain't going to happen. This is the end of your society, the end of your kingdom, the end of your rule. You know, and now, I hate to quote these niggas, but we do have next. But we're going to take it from you through the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You know, we're gonna take the kingdom from you. You know, because yours is on the way out, and while all these other nations, they talk about opportunity of Brexit, the opportunity is when World War III happens. That's when the Most High is going to send back Yahweh Shai and set this world aright. Right when everything is in turmoil and broken up, and famines and pestilences and war and everything's going on, the Valley of Jehoshaphat is going to open up and swallow up you armies. You know, they're going to use all these nuclear missiles, and then Yahweh Shai is going to reestablish the kingdom with his men. You know, so that was just something, just brief to bring out. Kind of have a little technical difficulties, so I decided to do the video this way. But yeah, so all that pride of the Brexit thing is just going to come to naught. You know, so with that, hopefully you brothers was edified and you know, like the video, whatever. But with that, I'll say shalom.